morning. Welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. In fact, a long overdue Friday reading vlog. Haven't done one of these in ages. As you can hear, I'm not in the best of health. David had a little bug and I think I've caught that from him, but also I went to see Lizzo on Wednesday night, which was amazing, but I was so tired. We didn't get home, excuse me, we didn't get home till very late, and I was singing a lot, so that's why the voice has gone. But also when I walked back to the car, I walked back in a very thin non-waterproof coat, and it was absolutely chucking it down, and then I had to sit in a car for an hour in sort of like a wet dress, so I think I've just got a bit of a chill. So I'm not feeling in the best of health, but I will continue with the day. The day looks thusly. I'm getting my hair done, which is why nothing is being done with this, so it needs topping up with colour and a little trim. Want to start a new book. Got a new book from the Women's Prize to start, Women's Prize long list to start. I've got a stitch fix coming, my second stitch fix, so I'm very excited about that. That'll probably come while I'm out getting my hair done, so I can do that when I get back. Try it all on, because I like doing that for you guys last time. And yeah, that's about it, which I think sounds like a pretty good Friday reading vlog, and that means I'll get lots of time to do some reading. I also want to do a few of my little challenges and stuff like that, as I do normally on a Friday reading vlog. So I think we'll go and meet in the lounge now, and then pick out all of that, and then we'll have some breakfast and start that first book. What do you look doing? Look at this little face in the corner. So cute. She's been very loud last night, weren't you? Shouting. Yes, she was. Right, I'll meet you in there then. With a cuppa. Yeah, let's make a cuppa first. David's on a work meeting, so I've had to close the door, but I don't think you can hear him. I'm making him a cup of tea too. David also felt this sort of ill a couple of days ago. David and I were talking, saying, because we've tested and it's not COVID, but we have now had something similar to this. So over Christmas, we both felt really ill. Again, tested, not COVID. October, I was off work for a week because I was so ill. Again, tested, not COVID. We had COVID in February last year. Like, are we just destined now to get, because I used to get like a cold maybe once or twice a year, if that, and not a bad one. That needs wiping, doesn't it? But yeah, it seems to me she's lived her life like a candle in the wind. Seems to me that she's I'm getting bloody ill sort of every 3 months. Does anyone else notice this? Anyway, mugs for today, Mr. and Mrs. Because we are Mr. and Mrs. And a cup of tea each. And a little way of the washing up. Normal people mug, and it's reminded me that I had a dream that I was friends with Paul Mescal last night, and it was a very lovely dream. Take David's his stuff. And my cup of tea.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that should be too confusing.
Let's go to the lounge. Oh, a bit of a grotty old day today, you know. Very grey, bit drizzly. I've got my blanket. At least I'm not getting my hair done today. Oh, but I am. I don't know, I've sat down. I do this all the time, don't I? I do this all the time. Somebody's got a sore throat. She can't stop singing. I'm going to go and get my books. What I plan to read today. But I thought, because it's been a while, I would show you all the books I'm currently reading. Whether or not I get to all of them today, because some, well, I can explain when they're here. And then I'll pick out my question for the day and the challenge I'm going to do and all of that stuff. So let's go and pick them up, and then I can talk you through and have my cup of tea. It really is a dark, dingy day. I've had to put the light on. Right, okay, so I'll pick out the books that I'm currently reading and bring them back and chat with you. So, Poetry Unbound, 50 Poems to Open Your World by Padraig O'Twama. Then we're going to start today, we're going to read the first poem out of Poem for Every Spring Day. Look at that front cover. Gorgeous. Then I've got The Archers, Ambridge at War by Catherine Miller. More on that later. Then I've also got Solace by Belinda McEwen. And I wanted to start today, the next book on the Women's Prize long list, The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. So let's take those three over. But I also need, oh, there's going to be quite the book chat. So I also need my lit chat questions, they're coming, and my Ultimate Reading Challenge book. So let's go and chat all about that. So here we go, book chat about today's reading. So, we're in March. March is a wonderful reading month. I'm having a hot flush. March is a wonderful reading month because it's the Irish Readathon and it's the Women's Prize for Fiction long list is announced. So some of these books are going to be Irish books and some are going to be Women's Prize for Fiction books. So Poetry Unbound, 50 Poems to Open Your World by Padraig O'Twama. I'm very much enjoying this. I'm 4 poems in. This is very much my sort of like poetry book. So you open with a little passage. If we go to the next one, you open with a little passage about the poem that's upcoming. Then you've got a poem, and then you sort of disseminate the poem afterwards, which is definitely what I need with poetry, because a lot of it goes over my head. There's also a podcast that accompanies this, which I haven't listened to yet, but I've heard is very, very good. But I have subscribed to it. So yeah, so maybe I'll dip in and out of that today. Then I've got another Irish book, which is Solace by Belinda McEwen, which won Irish Book of the Year in 2011. I started this, I got to page 20, and then the Women's Prize for Fiction long list came out and I wanted to start reading those books. Tender by Belinda McEwen was one of my favourite books last year. Really, really loved it. And this sort of sounds similar in that it's about friendships spanning different places in Ireland. And yeah, I will get back round to this, probably not today. Then I've got The Archers, Ambridge at War. So you might know I sort of took a bit of a hiatus. David's dad was extremely, extremely unwell, still is very unwell, and he's still in hospital. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. And I think that's why David got ill afterwards, because I think it all caught up with him. But David's dad, like is a very big fan of The Archers. And when he was very unwell, and in a coma, I was reading him The Archers, Ambridge at War, which is a prequel to The Archers, and I was reading that to him. Now he's awake, he wants to read this. So we're going to have a little book club where we're going to read a couple of chapters, because it's set in a year, and the first chapter is January. So we're going to do sort of like read January, read February. So I need to check in with him, because we said we were going to do this by Thursday, which was yesterday, but I was a bit worried about feeling unwell and going to the hospital and giving him something. So we've put that off. So I need to find out when he wants me to have January and February read by, at which point I will do that. And then the book I picked out, because it is the Women's Prize for long lists. The Women's Prize for Fiction long list got announced, and I've read 2 of the books off of the list so far. I've read Memphis, which I really enjoyed, by Tara M. Stringfellow, and I've read Wandering Souls by Cecile Pinn, another one, which both of those are like very, very harrowing, but really enjoyed them. And I'm listening to Fire Rush at the moment, and I've just got Stone Blind from Libby on audio. So we're in the throes of it, guys. But the Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell is also on that list. Now, you'll probably remember that I've attempted this before. I attempted reading this, excuse me, in September or October last year, and didn't really get on with it, and ended up giving it up. Also, it was on a 2-week loan from the library, which I never do well with two week back loans from the library. So hopefully with a little bit less pressure, I can get through it. So, but because I've tried reading it and didn't get on with it before, I am sort of like preparing myself for the fact that this may well be a DNF, but we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. A real sort of hit and miss situation with Maggie O'Farrell. Some books of hers I really like, some books I find just okay. So that's the reading. So we'll definitely be starting this today. We'll be dipping in and out of this. Need to find out what the situation is with this, and this is one that I will potentially come back to. So then then the rest of the day, so we'll be reading the first poem from every spring day. If you've been here a while, at the end of these reading vlogs, we read a poem out of these books, and we've worked our way through the autumn one, we've worked our way through the winter one, we're now in spring. The front covers are so lovely, these will make such lovely gifts. So yeah, looking forward, and this is all new because this is brand new. I owned the autumn and winter ones in lockdown, and David and I used to mark the end of the working day with a poem. So yeah, so these are all new to me, and hopefully lovely and spring-like. I am so hungry. I think I'm not even going to be able to read. I think I'm going to have to go and make myself some lunch, make myself some breakfast, and then start reading because I'm so hungry. So a lit chat question. Again, you might be new here. We pick a lit chat question at the beginning of each of these videos. I read out the question, and then at the end of the video, I answer it, and you guys answer it in the comments below, which is lovely, and I love doing it. I love doing it, and I love hearing your answers as well. Okay, here we go. So we're going for utopia. Do you envisage paradise as a kind of library? Describe it. Very sort of have to think deep about this one. Do you envisage paradise as a kind of library? Describe it. Yeah, look forward to answering that with you guys at the end. Do you envisage paradise as a kind of library? Describe it. Very good, right, okay, and then lastly I've got this reading challenge book where I'm working my way through the 25, that's very dusty, that's how long it's been since I've done this, the 25 reading challenges in here. I've done quite a few. I've done find and read a book that is much longer than your usual reads, read a book about a person with a disability, read a new book that is primarily intended for children, read a book by an author whose ethnicity is different from your own, but the one I'm going to do today is write a letter to someone who has influenced your reading life. This could be a parent, teacher, author, bookstore owner, or a friend. It's okay to make it anonymous. Now, on Facebook, I'm part of a group from my middle school, like a discussion group from my middle school, and I've been meaning to for a while because a lot of the teachers that were there when I was at that middle school are on there, and I've been meaning for a while to ask about Mrs. Fleming, who was my Year 6 English teacher, and who I really, really loved as a teacher. She was amazing. And when you're in Year 6 and you're 11 and you're trying to find your sort of place in the world, like, reading isn't a cool thing to do, really, is it? Like, you should be into, well, I remember it being sort of like football and pogs and things like that. Are they called pogs? Yeah, you know the things. But I always loved reading from a very young age, and she really made reading fun and cool, and she was so encouraging in her teaching, and I've been meaning to sort of pass that on, and I didn't know if it was a bit creepy. But I think it would be nice because I put a little comment on there earlier this week saying, does anyone know if Mrs. Fleming's on here? She was my year 6 English teacher. And she commented back and said, yeah, I am here. So I'm going to send her a little message today to say thanks for everything and thanks for encouraging me and letting her know about this YouTube channel, because I think if I was a teacher and I'd encouraged somebody to read and then they'd gone on and made a whole sort of like hobby out of it, including effort to put into a YouTube channel, I'd be really impressed with that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to write a letter, a message, to someone who's influenced your reading life. This could be a parent, teacher, author, bookstore owner, or a friend. It's okay to make it anonymous. It won't be anonymous, but yeah, so I'm going to do that as well, which I think is a lovely thing. So I will write that all out later and read it to you before I send it to her, which I think is really cute. So yeah, as I said, I'm absolutely starving. I think I'm going to have to go and make my toast now before I start on the marriage portrait. But I will read you the first line of the marriage portrait in the style that we always do. And let's see how we get on. A wild and lonely place, Fortezza, near Bondano, 1561. Lucrezia is taking her seat at the long dining table, which is polished to a watery gleam and spread with dishes, inverted cups, a woven circlet of fur. I mean, that does sound lovely. But yeah, toast. Well, I didn't read all that much, but I read 10 pages and I really enjoyed it. So we find out about Lucrezia, literally in the year of her death, maybe even the night of her death, in 1561, talking about her husband, and it feels like she's absolutely certain he's going to kill her. And then we skip back to 1544 and hear about Lucrezia's conception, and in that we hear about like the relationship between her mother and father. But yeah, quite enjoyed that. But my hairdresser's just texted me to say, would I like to come a little bit earlier, which will work out perfectly because David's going to the hospital this afternoon, so it'll mean that he can go there a little bit earlier. So yeah, so I'm gonna go and get ready, have a shower, and then, oh my God, I'm so hot. And then go to the hairdresser's and get this sorted out. Get this sorted out. Right, let's go get this hair done. I'm looking forward to it being done. It's faded so much, hasn't it? She did say that would happen because it was going on to blonde hair, but yeah, my roots have come through quite the lot. So let's go and get this done, ready for, shall I see if I can click in? Ta-da! I'm so pleased with it. She always does such a bloody good job. And I didn't realise how much it faded until I'd had it done again. So yeah, here we are. And she always curls it so well as well. Like, it's really going to stay in nicely. Although it is absolutely piddling it down out there, so I'd really run for the car. Anyway, home now. And my Stitch Fix has arrived. So I think I'll go and try. Oh, it feels very... Oh, actually, I know there to be a pair of shoes in here, so we probably shouldn't have put it on the table, but David wasn't to know that. So yeah, so I think I'll go and do all of the trying on of that. Then maybe get back into my coat, my comfy clothes, although I don't know how comfy these are. These are my Stitch Fix jeans as well, I got last time. Beep. So I think I'll go and do that. Then I'll think about lunch, although I'm not that hungry. So maybe I'll just have a nice cup of tea or something. Read a little bit more. Then I need to think about my letter, my message to Mrs. Fleming. And a bit more reading. So let's go and do the Stitch Fix first, because I love doing this. And I'm excited to show you all. 4 items I know in here because I okayed 4 items, but there's one surprise thing. So let's go and have a look, and I'll hopefully I'll enjoy it. David's about to go to the hospital, so maybe I'll say goodbye to him first and then we'll do that. Oh hi, so we're about to get Stitch Fixy. There's no good angle to do this, is there? If this is new to you, you might have seen me open one of these in the past. So Stitch Fix is something I signed up to after my cousin Laura signed up to it, because that's how things work for me. It's you working with a sort of personal stylist, which is something that I'd always had sort of ambitions to do when I was younger. I always used to be very, oh, I can't do the quiz until I've checked out. Oh, but anyway, I'll do that quiz a little bit later. So however often you want. I think the last one came in like January, and this is now coming mid-March, you can get a box sent to you of clothes, 5 pieces that you've sort of, that a stylist has worked with you on, by you filling out a little quiz every day, which is really fun. I literally look forward to doing it every day. Asking if things are your style. So I'm into sort of like bright prints, graphic t-shirts and things like that. The first box I got, and I'll link the video down below of the first box I got, I couldn't have been more happy with the stuff I got. I got some bright jumpers, 2 bright jumpers I ended up keeping, these jeans, and then 2 jumpers, that one was too itchy and one was a cardigan that I wasn't as into. And just before they send you out their box, they send you a list of 9 things, so you get to decide whether or not you want to keep any of those things, and they send you 5 things. So I got sent a list of 9 things. I picked 4 things from there, and 1 thing in here is going to be a surprise. The things I'd asked for was a new belt. All of my belts are literally on death's door, and I've always previously bought belts from like supermarkets and stuff, and I would like a better quality, and maybe I'm prepared to put a little bit of spend into it if it lasts a little bit. I asked for some brightly coloured loafers. However, I have since bought myself a pair of green loafers for work, and one of the things I've got coming in here today is a pair of black loafers, which I thought would be quite nice for work and would go with everything. So hopefully it'll be great, but I'm going to be trying on everything. Let's go for it and let's see what we've got in here. So excited to see. It's always packaged up beautifully as well. There's those shoes. Here's my little bits, which I also really like because it gives you ways in which to wear the items, but we'll look at that in a minute. So here's 4 of the items, which look lovely. And then here's the shoes. Shall we open the shoes first? So the shoes are black loafers. They literally remind me so much. These are like the exact school shoes I was wearing when I was at school. I really like them. They're so 90s. These are £40. So also if you end up getting everything, you get 20% off of everything. The thing is about shoes, where I'm so used to wearing trainers all the time, oh my God, I love these, and I love them with these jeans and socks. They look so cool, look. Yeah, so these are really, really, I'm just so not used to wearing shoes that sometimes when I've got shoes on, I'm like, oh, they feel a bit restrictive on the feet, but I should be wearing better, especially now, diabetes. I need to be taking better care of my feet and wearing more sensible shoes. These are definitely sensible shoes. I love them. Here they are. Look at them. And with, like, I own quite a lot of bright coloured socks, and I think with a pair of jeans and a pair of bright coloured socks, they're so fun. Number 1 thing, a proper hit. So would be happy to pay £40 for a pair of these shoes anyway. And yeah, great, very, very good. And also I said, because I'm vegetarian, I also don't wear leather, so I asked for things to be sent to me that aren't leather, and these are not leather. So yes, very pleased with those. They come in a little bag, whether or not they'll stay in that bag, but they're so far keeping that. Then I've got the 4 things here. So let's do the things. Oh, okay. So the thing they've sent me, which I didn't pre-agree on, I'm not mad on, but let's leave that till the end. So the 3 things I did agree on is this skirt, which I like because I thought it was very versatile. So it's in this sort of like micro leopard print design. This is also by Only, which are the same people that did the shoes. So there's micro leopard print with these lovely buttons down the front. It's also stretchy and elasticated, which is lovely. I thought that this would be great to wear with jumpers now, but also with t-shirts in the spring. And because it's elasticated, let's get it on. Let's get it right on, and I'll try it on with the loafers and see what I think. Trousers off. I do love seeing people try on clothes, so hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am. And skirt on. Oh, it's so nice to have an elasticated waisted skirt. Yeah, this is really nice. Oh, it feels very summery, but I also think I could wear it with boots and tights now. Oh, I love this skirt with these loafers as well. It's great. Okay, so, oh, the skirt's, the slit at the front is the perfect length. So this is it higher. Oh, I'm really, really delighted with that. It's so 90s. I love these shell buttons. And then that split at the front, it's really fun. And then with these loafers, I think this is an outfit ready to go, if I'm being honest. It's so comfy. This is lovely. So yeah, 2 items, both from Only. Delighted with. I'm going to keep this on, this skirt on, to try on the next jumper. So when I okayed this jumper, I didn't realise that I already own another one of these jumpers in green. So this was the very same jumper that was sent to me last month, but this is in blue, and I've also got the green one. I've very much enjoyed wearing it. It's very comfy. It's a lovely crop. Oh, I should be telling you the prices of these things, shouldn't I? The loafers are £40. The loafers are £40. The skirt is £32. That's very reasonable for that skirt. This jumper is £49, which is more than I would normally spend on a jumper. Oh, it's a lovely colour. But having known how much I enjoyed wearing last, oh, that looks lovely together. Now knowing that I own this jumper in another colour and knowing what good quality it is, I love the crop of it. I love these little slits at the side, which means you can have like the front tucked in but the back untucked. It's really very versatile. So look, you can see here, and then have it untucked at the back, and it's just lovely. And you can wear things underneath it. I really like the neck on it. I like these lines. So I also know that I really like this jumper because I already own it. I also think this looks lovely together. I'm so delighted with this. They're so good at getting, like, knowing exactly what I would want to wear. I also have just realised I think this skirt might be a little longer at the back than it is at the front, which I also think is really fun. Love this also, so very pleased. Now let's get the skirt off, because this next item I'm unsure on, because the trousers themselves I love, but they are so expensive. They are £70 for this pair of trousers, and I would never spend £70 on a pair of trousers. And actually you get to set your price range on how much you would spend, and I said that I wouldn't pay more than £40 for a pair of trousers. So when this came through, I was a bit like, oh, well, I wouldn't pay that much. However, I thought, if they're the best trousers I've ever, and I'm gonna wear these for the rest of my life, then I will pay £70, because that means I don't have to buy another pair of trousers, and I'm very for sustainability. So I need to see. They're by a brand called Part 2, which are from Copenhagen, established in 1986, which is the year I was also established. And I thought, if they're great, because also a few people used my affiliate link last month as well, which means I get £15 credit. I will link all that down below if you'd like to try this out. You can use my affiliate link, which gives you £15 off and gives me £15 cash as well. So I was thinking, maybe these trousers won't be £70 because I've also got a couple of people use my affiliate link. Let's see. They're called wide leg cropped trousers. They're also elasticated, which is lovely. They're very nice. They go lovely with this jumper, and they go lovely with my loafers. So yeah. They might be a little bit on the small side. They're a large, they're lovely. Here they are. As you can see, they're a little bit cropped. They go lovely. These loafers are I'm gonna be wearing these with everything. They literally go with everything. They go lovely with this jumper, which I didn't think would happen. They're a little bit too small for me. They're comfy. They're very comfy. Oh God, they look gorgeous. They look lovely. And these also, because I'm very fortunate at my job, I don't have to wear super like formal stuff, but these are perfect because I can wear these with this jumper, as I've got here, and that's a good work look. But very similarly, I could wear them with this t-shirt that I had on, and it would be more of a weekend look. So yeah, like I said, if I'm paying this much for a pair of new trousers, I want them to be able to last me literally a lifetime. I think they'll be good for weight fluctuation as well, which is something I really need to look at when I'm buying stuff, because I go up and down in terms of weight because of my period. I need to look at something, and because they're elasticated, I think they would do that. I don't know if they're just on a little bit on the small side. There we go. Right, the last item was an item that I didn't pre-agree on. And this was a surprise item, and I don't like it. So this is a shirt made in material that I find to be quite sweaty, in a lighter blue. I'm not much of a light blue person, like this blue's fine, but like a lighter blue. And I'm not much of a shirt wearer, if I'm being honest. But let's try it on with these trousers. The other thing is if you buy everything from your box, you get 20% off. Also, this shirt is £42, which I would never, ever spend on a shirt, ever. So I already think, oh, this is by Editor's Cut, which is the Stitch Fix brand. That's also nice. If you like owning stuff that you can't, like, that you don't see many people wearing, this isn't on the high street, so you would get this, you would only get this through Stitch Fix. So if you're into sort of wearing stuff that you don't see everyone in, yeah, I don't like it, which is fine. I wouldn't spend £42 on a shirt. I think the colour's wishy-washy on me. Shirts don't do all that much for me anyway. But there we go. These trousers, and the trousers though, everything else I selected, I'm absolutely elated with. So, yeah, not keeping those. But let's put my t-shirt back on with this. So this is going back. So this is £42 Editor's Cut shirt. What I should have done is read my little love note from my stylist before I started all of this. So let me put my t-shirt on with these just to double check that that does go nicely. God, I love these loafers so much. They are so fun. We'll sort all this out later. Sorry if I'm a bit breathless with excitement, but I do get breathless with excitement about clothes. And when I'm making like big sort of investment pieces, yeah, look, this does go nice together as well. Big investment pieces. Get that in all nice. I'd like to invent something that means that you can tuck in t-shirts so there's no bits. Yeah, look. Doesn't that look lovely? These trousers. Is she going to spend £70 on a pair of trousers? Is she? But I keep telling myself it won't be £70 because you get a little bit of money off. Right, okay. Come closer to me. Well, I've just accidentally pulled the tag off of the shoes, so I'm keeping those. I knew I was keeping the shoes anyway. How did you get on the bed? Right, okay. So you get sent this, which has got like the items you've been sent and how to style them, but it also has a little note, which I should have read at the beginning. So it says, happy fix day, Lauren. I hope this fix finds you well and ready to dig in. It's great to have you back for another fix, and I'm excited to get to learn even more about your style through this process. It was nice to see that your last fix was a success, and I hope to keep up the momentum this time around too. Thank you for choosing me to style you again this time. So my stylist is called Teo. You can pick the same one or you can go to somebody else, but I thought Teo did such a good job last time, I wanted to use Teo again. I'm afraid we currently don't have belts in stock. I asked for belts, but I would be happy to include some if they show up while styling one of your future fixes. Happy for that. That said, I added in a beautiful shirt by Editor's Cut, which I thought would be a great addition to your spring-summer collection. Did not like the shirt. How do you feel about these styles? Hope you enjoy fitting this selection. Be sure to leave feedback. Also, please let me know if there's anything else you would like to see in your next fix. Teo. So, and then Teo has taken each item. So, for example, the blue jumper here, Teo's then styled it with a pair of jeans and a pair of trainers to sort of like dress it down, although these trousers are gorgeous. These brown trousers and then like a pair of heels, which I would never wear, but like to sort of smarten it up a bit. Then we've got the skirt styled with boots and a jumper, so similar to what I was planning on doing with it. And then with a like posher cardigan and heels, so like what I was saying with this t-shirt or with jumpers. These trousers that I've got on now, the styling she's picked probably aren't things that I would wear them with, so like cardigans, I never wear cardigans, and long sleeve tops. Brogues with them though, which is what I've been wearing, and then boots. And then the shirt that I didn't like with jeans and a pair of trousers and jeans and trainers and jeans, and then trousers and sort of like boating shoes. All right, Minnie, you've been eating. So yeah, so I think the decision is, I'm going to keep the trousers and I think I am going to keep the trousers and the brogues. The brogues are absolute winners. The jumper I also love, and I already know that I would wear it lots. And like I've washed my green one many times and it's still in really good condition. And the skirt I love as well. The skirt I might even wear tomorrow. I'm going to a choir workshop tomorrow, and I might wear that tomorrow. I could actually wear it with this. And my new brogues, so I could wear everything tomorrow, which would be nice. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send back this shirt because I don't like it. But everything else, great. Very, very pleased with. So yeah, and then it's very easy to send it back. You literally post it back in the box that you've got with a tracking label, and then just take it to, all right, Mincy, and then just take it to a post office. So yeah, I'll be using this big box to send this shirt back. So yeah, I will link below my affiliate link if you would like to try this out. A few of you did last time. If you tried it out last time, let me know how you got on with your stuff. Minnie wants to get in the box. Go on then. In you go. In you go, cutie. She loves the box. Hopefully that doesn't mean she's going to do a poo in it. It doesn't, it just means she's just cleaning. Yeah, if you used my affiliate link last time, oh, also I've just realised that this skirt has got little blue flecks in it as well, which is probably why it goes so well with this blue jumper. If you used the affiliate link last time, let me know what you got, let me know if you were pleased. I'm really pleased again. This is the second time I've done it. I'm super pleased that it's worked out so well because my cousin Laura, she had a great first fix and then she wasn't mad on her second one. And when all of these things weren't like super bright, I was like, oh, am I going to like them as much? But like, these are just the most versatile shoe I think I've ever owned in my life, apart from when I was in the 90s and actually owned these shoes. These trousers I think are going to be lifelong companions. This is super versatile and I'll be able to wear it like all through the spring, summer and winter. And I'm very into this as well, so there we go. Right, I'm going to sort all this out. Put my jeans back on, keep this t-shirt on. And yeah. Go and do some reading. You can join me for that. And I need to write that letter to Miss Fleming. Oh, I'm very worn out after trying all of those clothes on. But very, very pleased with them. I had a little fashion show afterwards where I was trying on some items with stuff that I already own and just seeing how many looks I can get out of them, because I think that's very important as well. Like, I don't just want to be buying something that I think I can only wear with one particular jumper or one particular trousers or something like that. So yeah. And they all fit in very well to my wardrobe. Very pleased. God, I'm hot though. I'm going to now draft my little message to my old English teacher. And then I'm going to do a little bit more reading. Still don't feel very hungry, so I don't think I'm going to have any lunch. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then do a bit more reading. I feel very tired after trying all of those clothes on. Let's draft the message and then I'll read it out to you. Let's go. Right, I've written the message. I don't know if it's a bit much. It's quite long, but I think I would enjoy reading. Like, I mean, what's led me to do this is that I know a lot of teachers, and I think teachers sort of like come and go from your lives, and they have like a big effect on your life, and you don't always get to let them know that, because when that's happening, you're 11 or 13 or 16 and you're embarrassed and you don't want to let your teacher know how good they were at looking after you, and maybe you didn't even know at that point. So this is 25 years after this woman taught me. But yeah, I really wanted to let her know, and occasionally you guys message me or comment on the video or comment below on videos and say, oh, thanks so much for this book recommendation, and I hadn't read for ages but I picked this book up. And a few of my friends have said that to me as well, like, oh, because I'm so into books and always fucking forcing books on people. A few of my friends have said to me, oh, I never would have read that book unless you'd have mentioned it and stuff, and it got me thinking like how much I love those thank yous and how much I love those comments and who I should be thanking for that. So that's what's led me to do this, not just because it's a comment, not because it's a challenge in my reading challenge book, but here we go. Mrs. Fleming, and then in brackets her first name. Hi, you may well not remember me. You taught me English when I was in year 6, which was 25 years ago, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. My name is Lauren, surname, and I wanted to get in touch, mainly to say thank you. When you're 11 and you're trying to find your place in the world while still trying to be cool and relevant to your peers, reading isn't something that appears top of your list. But you always encouraged our reading so much, and I loved reading aloud as a class and discussing books with you and my classmates. I don't even remember the particulars of the books, just the enthusiasm you created and how at home I felt in that classroom talking about and reading books. My parents didn't hang on to much of my schoolwork, who can blame them, but they did hang on to my reading portfolio, which was covered in safari wrapping paper and full of book reviews and posters and a magazine I'd created for witches, including a free gift of a bottle of Scotch mist. And your comments on all of the work was just so kind and always so encouraging. So thank you for all of the words of kindness and encouragement. As of 8 years ago, I started making YouTube videos about books, and the little community we have there reminds me of that warm classroom in the gallery, chatting books and what I might read once I finish this book. Books really have become my life, and it's so nice to have a hobby that includes so many people. Occasionally people thank me for getting them back into reading after they've seen a review on my channel or my effervescence over a particular book, and it got me thinking about who I should be thanking for that same thing, and it's you. If you'd like to check out my channel, please do. It's there. Always welcome for another subscriber. I hope you're keeping well and enjoying your retirement. Love, Lauren. So yeah, I think I'm going to message her that. Imagine if she doesn't get back to me. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I think that's a nice message that I'd like to receive. If that, yeah, we'll see. Let's message her. Oh God, this is taking me back to like dating. Sending a message. Is that going to go down well? Let's have a look. Here we go. Let's message her now. Will she see it? Who knows? I've sent it. The thing is when you get a message from someone who you're not friends with, it doesn't always... I remember getting a very nasty message from someone I wasn't friends with on Facebook. And I didn't find it for months. So I may well not, she may well not see this, but if she doesn't, I've done it. Oh, looking at the photo of her. So there we go. There we go. I've sent her a message. There we go. Now to have a cup of tea and do some of that reading that I keep telling her that I was, that I'm always doing. That I haven't done barely any of it today because I've just been trying on new clothes and writing love letters to teachers from 25 years ago. Ready for a very nutritious lunch of a pack of What's-Its and grapes. And a big glass of water. We get back to it. I also remember, as far as I got last time, I'm sure that, I was going to say leopard. I'm using my leopard bookmark. And I thought there was something in here about a leopard, but I think it might be a tiger. Anyway, relevant-ish cat. Let's go. Well, I'm very much enjoying it. Like, I'm sort of recalled some... Open the old blanket over now. I recalled some details from before. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I really particularly liked hearing about Lucrezia seeing the tiger for the first time. So Lucrezia's father, Cosimo, is obsessed with tigers and stuff. So he's got a tiger shipped in from Bengal, and is and Lucrezia seeing it for the first time is really sort of evocative. And not only because she's seeing the tiger for the first time, she's seeing a tiger for the first time. So like, without ever having seen a photo or a picture of one, it being there, the way she describes it sort of skulking around and the stripes on it and the colour of it and stuff, I thought it was very, very good. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I'm 26 pages in. Then I had a little chat with my sister on the phone. She rang me on the way in from work. Yeah, I'm alright. So I think I'll carry on. Made myself a cup of tea. I've still got a very tickly cough. And that's how it's going. Onwards, I believe. Onwards. This is my favourite situation where I've literally been reading long enough that it's got dark outside and I've had to put my reading light on. So I've just sat and read for the last hour. It was a really long chapter actually, but very good, about Lucrezia's childhood and her coming into contact with this tiger and her education and learning all about Greek mythology and stuff. Really, really loved it. Minnie's here. Come on there, baby. She fell down. Come on. You could do it. She thought the blanket was a bridge and it wasn't. It was a blanket. You're so cute. So yeah, very much enjoyed that. Very much enjoyed the ambience in here. David's not on his way home yet, so I haven't needed to start dinner. I'm looking forward to a bath tonight. I'm still feeling a bit achy, so I'm gonna have that and read some. Thing is, I'm very much enjoying reading this, but I am just it is so hard for me to hold up hardbacks. So yeah, I've actually recently been thinking about maybe getting myself a Kindle so that I don't have to read hardbacks like this. So I'd be interested if any of you guys have Kindles and are also sort of book, as in physical book lovers, but have got on well with a Kindle. I've got a I think it was 2nd generation Kindle, but it doesn't connect to the Kindle store anymore and doesn't charge very well either. So yeah, but tell me what you think if you are a Kindle owner. Let me know. But yeah, gonna read a little bit longer in this cosy space. Minnie's purring, aren't you? Purr, purr, purr. So we're gonna have a cuddle and a further read. Love you, Monty. I'm going to have a bath. I'm going to have a bath. Oh God, I'm so achy. I need to get my towel and then I can have a bath. The plan for the evening is that I'll have a bath. If David's not back by that point, I'll wrap up the vlog answering the question and reading the poem. Why am I putting my hair up now? I've got to take all these layers off. And then I'm making sweet and sour tofu with noodles for dinner. And then I think we're going to watch, well, I've still got some episodes of Daisy Jones and the Six. I've seen the first episode of that and enjoyed it. And I'm watching Alan Carr's Interior Design Masters because I love that. But we've got a great rich menu of this week's to watch. Let's have a good old rub of my eyes. And I think that's how the evening's going to go. It's quite a late one. It's 7:15 and I'm not even started on dinner yet. So I think it's going to be quite a late one, guys. So in the bath. I'll see you to wrap up everything. And then, yeah, still absolutely delighted with my hair. Well, there we go. I feel like I literally haven't moved from this seat all day, but that's not true. I've been and got my hair done and all sorts. I didn't do any washing today though, which I know is also, oh, I must pay my credit card. Got to do that in a minute. Credit card and pay the hairdresser. Do those both things in a minute. I'm going to wrap up now because David's on his way home. It's 20 to 8 and I'd like to make a little start on dinner before he gets home, she says, getting comfy under a blanket. So let's deal with the admin side of things. So I didn't pick up any of the other books I mentioned. David did report back that his dad wants to read this when he's home, so that will not be being read soon. That will be being read at some point. So yeah, I've read quite a lot. I've read 80 pages of The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. Much more enjoying it than I did last time. I don't know what it was that I wasn't enjoying it last time. I think that 2-week loan, unless I can get really going on it literally the day I start it, that always adds a bit of pressure to it. But very much enjoyed it, more than I enjoyed Hamnet actually. So Hamnet I listened to on audio and whilst enjoyed, wasn't one of my faves, but this I'm enjoying more than Hamnet, and I know Hamnet is very beloved to many of you. And was listening to Fire Rush by Jacqueline Crooks in the bath, which was lovely. There we go. So here we are. We're going to answer the question, get my little treat, and read a poem. So the question, I've still got such a tickly cough. Do you envisage paradise as a kind of library? Describe it. So yes, I do envisage paradise as a kind of library. Imagine if I was like, no. My perfect library, I guess, if we're talking about that, would be set up in the way that Daunt Books in London is set up, and similar to the reading rooms at the Wellcome Project. So they have a sort of like gallery going around the edge and then a room in the middle, and then in Daunt Books, books are arranged by country, and I just love that idea so much that you could go think, where do I want to go today? Or I want to go to Iceland and go and take a book off the shelf that's set in Iceland, or oh, I want to go to Belfast and go take a book off the like shelf that's set there. And yeah, I really love that idea. So I think my perfect library books would be arranged by country. They would be up in the sort of like top bits, and then the bottom bit would be purely dedicated to comfort and reading. So in the Wellcome Collection library, they have lots of big bean bags, and they've got these big sweeping stairs which also have bean bags on, so you can sit on the stairs, and this whole area would be devoted to sitting and being comfy and cozy. There'd be like this chair here, there'd be a fire, there would be constant tea available, there'd also be some desks and like some lovely notebooks and stuff if I wanted to make notes and things like that. But yeah, and it would be full of people who I like reading, I like talking to about reading, and they're all just in there reading as well, so I could just be like, what are you reading? Oh lovely, sounds great. Go and read something. But I could also just have it to myself at times as well. It's not going to be vast, I don't need it to be big, I just need it to be that sort of setup and lovely. So yeah, that's my idea of a perfect library. Would love to hear your ideas of a perfect library. The question itself was, do you envisage paradise as a kind of library? Describe it. So yeah, that I enjoyed describing that. I enjoyed it. Okay, so let's do the ultimate reading challenge. So the thing I did today was write a letter to someone who has influenced your reading life. This could be a parent, teacher, author, bookstore owner or friend. It's okay to make it anonymous. So I wrote a Facebook message to my old English teacher today. I will have a look and see if she's replied. She hadn't even seen it. I did say I think it might be a bit difficult for people to see Facebook messages if you're not friends with them. But here we go. So these are, oh, they're little cards. They're so cute. There's so many lovely little bits in here. So every single, all right, Minnie, every single little thing I've had so far has been like bookish and lovely. And these are 3 little note cards, one with a typewriter and some books on. They will come in so handy. One with like flowers and stuff. Lovely, lovely, adorable, adorable things. Need to do my nails tonight as well. That's so cute. So there we go. Another one. Let's see how many of these I've got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 left. Yeah, it's going well. There we go. And then today's poem, well, it's the 17th of March today, so I'm hoping it's St. Patrick's Day related. I've done literally nothing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day today, so... Okay, so there's 2 poems to pick from, as always. This one is Ich Am of Ireland by Anonymous. And the other one is He Wishes for Cloths of Heaven by W.B. Yeats. And William Butler Yeats is one of Ireland's most revered poets. I'm going to go for He Wishes for the Cloths of Heaven by W.B. Yeats, just because I don't think I could get my mouth around some of this. So we're going to go for He Wishes for the Cloths of Heaven by W.B. Yeats. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all that celebrate. Had I the heavens embroidered cloths, enwrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night, and light and the half-light, I would spread the cloths under your feet. But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. That's lovely. Yes, enjoyed that very much. Looking forward to getting into some spring poems. Yeah, excited. So thank you so much for the return to what feels like, I think maybe like about a month since I've last done a reading vlog. It was lovely to get back to it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know the answer to the question, and I'll see you all again soon for another picture video. Goodbye. Oh, let's see if Miss Fleming's replied. She has not replied.